Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you real quick what I'm making for my family for lunch today. There are 7 of us at home, me and then my 14-year-old, my 12-year-old, my 11-year-old, my 9-year-old, my 8-year-old, and my 6-year-old. So I guess there's 7 of us. So we went to the Dollar Tree today. We had to get a few things, and I was looking for just a quick lunch that we could put together really quick whenever we got home. So I'm going to show you what we ended up with and a couple of other options that you could do. And yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so here's what I ended up with from our Dollar Tree here in Maryland today. For the main dish, we're doing this creamy wild rice soup. It says it makes 8 servings. I'm actually gonna decrease the water a little bit. It probably will just make 7 servings for us. There's not a lot of calories in this. 80 calories per serving, so that's not a lot. So we need to kind of bulk it up a little bit. I have some leftover mixed vegetables, and I think I also have some leftover black beans in the refrigerator that I might just throw in this to kind of bulk it up so that it's more filling. There's also the option of a can of beans from Dollar Tree. I feel like they're kind of overpriced, but it would work in a pinch, and that is then, this says 3.5 servings, so probably if you're dividing it among 7, then it would be 55 extra calories per serving. So that's an option. And then we are going to also, it says water or milk. We're going to do both because I have milk. Then we're going to do some biscuits. And this will make, I think, 14 2-inch biscuits. So we're going to do that. It calls for milk. Again, I have milk. And it calls for shredded cheddar cheese as an option, and I think I have some already shredded, so I will probably add that, but it's not necessary. If you don't have that, you don't have the milk, a bag of oyster crackers. There's a lot of these in there, and they feel like they go a long way. 11 servings, so you have more than a serving per person. And then we're going to do brownie cups. These will need vegetable oil and an egg, which I have, so that's an option here. It says 12 servings. I will probably not eat them, and I'll probably just let each of the kids have 2. So that's plenty of calories between all of them. Maybe not the healthiest meal, but it would get you through. It's going to be our lunch for today. They also have other things at Dollar Tree. They had applesauce, and this says, I think it's just 5 servings. But you could definitely stretch that to 6 or 7, just a little bit in a dish as a side dish to help round out some of the vitamins and things. Usually have something in your pantry that you can add to, but this is going to be a quick and easy lunch for us. When I'm serving applesauce or something, we find these little Pyrex, I think they're Pyrex, it doesn't really say on them anymore. Anyway, or Corningware or something, Corel maybe. I think they're Corel. Anyway, these little teacups, and that's what we serve fruit or applesauce or something that's like runny on the side of our plates. And so it makes it kind of special because we only use them when we're doing that. So anyway, let's get this started. Oh, don't mind my mess. Real life here, people. So we're going to start these as this starts to cook. And it says initially to put in 6 cups of water. I'm going to put in like 4.5 cups of water probably, because whenever I add this leftover mixed vegetables, it's got a good amount of water in it, and it's got butter in there, so I don't want to waste it. We'll just add it to the soup at the very end, like when we add the milk. And so yeah, we're going to get this started. So I oiled my cast iron pan. This is what I'm going to be baking them in, and I'm just going to stick this in the oven to kind of preheat for the biscuits. I just think it does better that way. So we'll let that start to heat up, and then we're going to mix this up together. So this is the mix, and then the milk, and this is the cheese that I had already grated in the refrigerator. I'm not measuring it. It might be a little bit more than 1/3 of a cup, but it'll be okay. It'll be good. So we're going to mix that all up, pull the skillet back out, and then drop these by the tablespoon in there to cook. So that's all mixed up, and obviously it doesn't make a ton of dough, batter, whatever, like maybe 2.5, 3 cups of the biscuits, and you could make something from scratch probably cheaper and a much bigger batch. But this point of this is that sometimes you just need to have something quick and easy and you don't need to think about it, or sometimes you need to get by on just a few dollars to stretch to payday, that kind of thing. That's what this is for, not usually an everyday kind of a meal. So the biscuits, we're gonna go in the oven here in just a minute. I'm waiting for my water to boil, and then you add in the soup mix. And I have had these Progresso ones before. They have a broccoli and cheese one that's pretty good. We usually do add vegetables to them, so I added the black beans in there so I can add it all at the end and bulk that up. And now I'm going to start working on these. And guys, this is just a treat. Like, you don't have to make dessert every time you make a meal, but sometimes whenever you're struggling and you're eating things you wouldn't ordinarily eat or whatever, sometimes it's just helpful to add something fun. And so that's what we're doing with this. Soup is almost done, and the biscuits and the brownies are done baking, and these look good, and those smell really good too. But it comes with icing, and you're just supposed to squeeze in, it says 2 teaspoons into each of those little holes that you made, which when they came out of the oven, I just used the spoon there and kind of went around and pushed an indent into the middle. And so now we're just gonna put a little bit of icing in each one, and then they get topped with cookie crumbs, and it ought to be good to go about the same time that our soup's done. I added in the vegetables, the beans, and the milk, and so now we're just going to let this warm. Once everything is warmed up, then it'll be ready to serve, and we'll have fed my family of 7 today for about $4. I'm sorry about the light, it's awful, but it is what it is. I have the curtains all pulled because it is warm outside and we're trying to not let the sun beat in, so I turned on the lamp. Anyway, I'm sitting here editing this video, getting it all compiled, and I did want to come on before I close it out and just say that this meal actually was pretty good. Even the kids who don't really like soup, well, I have one daughter who she doesn't like soup no matter what it is, except chicken pot pie, but she wasn't thrilled. But everybody else liked it. One of the kids said, hey, we should have this more often. Abby, my 8-year-old, came and said, were the biscuits from Dollar Tree? And I said yes, and she's like, you need to buy more, which I probably won't, but it was good to know that they enjoyed it. They didn't suffer. Everybody's bellies are full. They haven't eaten the dessert yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. I mean, it's chocolate, right? It's gotta be good. So anyway, they enjoyed it. It was good. And so that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.